So have you ever dumped someone because he or she hated your favorite show, or they had teeth that reminded you of corn kernels, or even just because the person walked too loudly? So the question is, what's the pettiest thing that you guys have ever broken up with someone over?
I mean, I've dated someone who had no money, really bad style, and tacked T-shirts up on their wall for decor, as I've talked about on the show. So I don't really think I'm a petty person.
I would not say that no money is a petty thing.
No, that is legitimate. I don't know if I've ever broken up with someone because like something petty.
Maybe started dating then. Maybe if you phrase it like that.
What? Maybe like, smoking would be like a thing where I'd be like,
okay.
I judge.
It's like a comfort issue.
I absolutely judge. And I know that in the past I've looked at women and I've seen them go out and smoke, and I immediately cross them off the list.
That's how smoking actually was just in college, like that guys didn't want to talk to girls who smoked. I think it's been somewhat of a shift. We do know less people are smoking these days. I think somewhat of a shift in society.
Yeah, I will make special dispensation, even though I'm not a weed smoker. I didn't mind weed smokers.
That sounds like college.
Since you're talking about college.
Yeah, it sounds like college.
What's yours, Felicia?
I would definitely say the teeth thing. I can't do bad teeth. Like bad teeth, bad breath, bad hygiene. That'll be an automatic no.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter who you are. I'm trying to think if it was like some famous celebrity who was rich. I still don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
I have to be attracted.
Bad breath is
that's
a pretty
the bare
big
minimum,
issue.
you know?
Yeah.
Because it's a hygiene thing.
Yeah. Make me want to be close to you.
Yes. Or like BO or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't. No. Why are you making that face?
I just think it's funny. Like, I don't think that that's petty.
Yeah.
But you know, there are those dudes that like, they want to do like the natural thing. Like, I remember it was a big deal in Hollywood. Like, Lenny Kravitz was a no deodorant guy, and that it was all about the natural scent and all that stuff.
I'll miss that trend.
I kind of feel like I have BO right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you
I'm wearing natural deodorant today, and I'm kind of insecure about it at the moment.
Does that work? Does natural deodorant work?
It works if you don't get very hot, but like in the summer, I think I'm gonna have to switch back to the real stuff.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm a sweater. I'll just keep it real, guys. I'm a sweater. I can't do it.
I'm not that sweaty, but I feel like I
Look at the things that you are finding out on the Jam this morning.
I know. Okay. Singer and performer Bebe Rexha recently sent a series of posts on Instagram with a very serious message to a married football player. Put him in his place. She said, "You're married and have 3 kids. Be a good role model and play your sports and leave me the bleep alone." Is this cool or is this cool? She put the guy on blast.
Okay, so initially when I heard this, I was like, oh, that's going to be a problem. I actually think the way she handled it was good. Because she didn't name the person, but the person knows who they are.
Right.
And they just got their warning that if you don't back off, then you're really going to be put on blast.
Yeah.
So I actually think this was a better way to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad that she didn't share his identity, but she shared the text messages that were exchanged, and I think it's a good thing too. If she shared his identity, I would have been like, oh God. But you know, she was direct, and she called him out and said that, I know you're in another relationship and you have children, like, don't mess with me. Like, why are you trying to do this? And so hopefully it sends a message to her fans, that's not cool.
Yeah. Well, you know that song, "It Goes Down in the DM, It Goes Down." That song, like seriously, it goes down in the DM. And when you are a person who is not interested or married or in a relationship, it just doesn't work.
It was interesting though, because the player, like the wording of his text messages, I thought was really strange. It was almost like he was trying to have plausible deniability. No, she's just a friend. Like, cause he kept saying, "Hey, friend," and "Let's hang out, friend." Like he kept making.
But she responded, "Yeah, friend."
Exactly.
Like,
it seemed like he was trying to have his cake and eat it too, both figuratively
flirty.
and literally.
I think it was flirty.
And that's what you call testing the waters.
Yeah.
I am married. I'm openly married. People know that I'm married, and the messages that I get on my social media is out of control.
So folks be trying to slide.
They slide in and they slide right back out once I push them out.
What do you say to them? Like, how do you shut it down?
Well, usually they just get deleted or blocked. So let's just go there. Usually it's just a delete. But I mean, if I knew the person, like she knows this person and she knows his life and his family, like she's calling it out directly.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Since you're married and you're not married.
In a relationship.
But not married. There's a difference. My wife and I talk about this all the time, that this is like a magnet. Have you noticed that since you've put the ring on your finger, that men have been even more attracted to you?
I feel like that happened for him. I feel like he's now more attractive to a lot of people.
It happened to me.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like it's a guy thing. Because now, honestly, I feel like I get looked at, it depends on the part. I guess it depends. I feel like sometimes now I get looked at more matronly. Like, it's gone both ways. I'll say that. It's gone both
That's
ways.
interesting.
I'll get some guys who are like, oh my gosh. Like, they're like she's off limits. Like, like it's like I have a disease or something.
I just don't get hit on that
And then
much.
I get some people that just don't care at all.
Okay.
And then they want to proceed anyway. But for you as a man who's married, it changed.
This is a thing.
I think it changed for my husband too. I think it did. I was actually out with him at a bar and someone approached him. And I was like, I had to go crazy on her. You got to go a little bit crazy to keep that guy. You got to let people know you're a little crazy. If you're not a little crazy, hey, all is lost. TONI Braxton and BIRDMAN, okay? This is not a happy story. They just ended their engagement. Braxton shared on Instagram, and she says, starting a new chapter isn't always an easy choice, but always choose to be chosen. Cheers to a new year. So engagement off. Not happy. We actually interviewed her on the Jam in last September, October, and we asked her about a wedding date. Here's what she had to say.
You guys picked a wedding date yet?
We have, but I'm fickle. I've changed it a few times. Our schedule makes it a little bit challenging, a little difficult, but it's coming together.
Oh, she said the schedules in a
Celebrities
year.
always blame schedule.
In a year, you couldn't find time to get married.
Yeah. Now looking back on that clip with context, she didn't seem very excited about getting married.
Yeah, she's like, we're engaged and we need to do
And
it.
so
it's tough, right? With like engagements, like that's such a public display of
Yeah, it
intent.
is.
You're like, we're doing this, we're partners forever, we're about to make it official, and then you have to break it off, but it's never too late, and it's definitely better to break it off before you spend all the money on the wedding, invite everyone to come to your wedding, and they all invest all the money. Like I think
And
it's
before you
never
make the
too late to
commitment.
just, yeah.
It's so much better to just instead, because once you get married, then especially with assets like those two have,
Yes,
then it
yes.
gets super messy.
Yeah.
So this is better for everyone involved, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub my hands like BIRDMAN right now.
I just
what is
wonder
he
what
gonna
it
do
was.
now?
You just have to get out if it isn't right.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them because that can actually be a lot of pressure after you in regular life if you're not a celebrity, but even more so if you're a celebrity because everybody's watching you and they're expecting this thing to happen. So kudos to them and anybody else who decides to follow their heart, whether it be together with that person or apart from that person.
Yep.
It's
Now all
better
she's
late
gotta
than
do
never.
is unbreak her heart.
Heart, say you love me again. Unbreak.
Okay.
I was told there'd be no
More?
singing, but I will
He's
say,
like, I'm never coming back to the jam.
I will say, at least we put some respect on his name.
Yeah.